Today I'm going to show you how to sear a filet. I have my filet beautifully seasoned. I just have salt on it because if you put pepper and you sear it in a pan, the pepper could burn. So I have a hot pan. I've also temped my steak for 20 minutes so it's not ice cold going in the pan, which is very important. It's best to cook the meat nice and slow. Also, if it's ice cold, it could stick. So I have a hot pan. I put my oil on it first. I get it hot, then I put my oil on it. And then I'll drop my steak in. You want to make sure that the steak is in full contact with the pan when you drop it in. And then you don't want to fuss with the steak. You want to leave it in that contact on the pan so you get a nice sear. All right, and now I'm going to drop in butter. You want to get the butter nice and lightly browned and then baste with it. You want to take care for the butter not to make it black. It'll just add a really unpleasant flavor to your steak. I have a clove of garlic that I'm going to smash. You want to keep the skin on so it protects it, but smash it so all the oils will seep into your butter and into your steak. And then I have thyme. Put in the butter, activate the flavor, and then put it on top of your steak. And you want to baste your butter through the yolks and garlic through your steak to really add some flavor there. This is not a technique that's really made to cook it. This will bring your steak up to temperature nice and gradually. But you want to get the flavor in there, bring up your steak slowly, and then you want to finish it in the oven. I like to use a very low heat oven, like maybe 320, so the beef will cook nice and gradual and will be nice and tender. All right, and now that I've basted it, I'm going to take it out of the pan, and I put it into my oven. I like a low heat, so 325 in the oven, and every 3 minutes, I'm going to flip it and check it. Alright, so to pair with the filet, we're going to do a hollandaise sauce. Hollandaise is a classic French sauce. It's nice, rich, and decadent, so it goes really good with like a lean filet. So what I have here is 3 eggs. I'm going to separate the egg yolks from the eggs. Super simple. Just pull all the egg white off. I have a little bit of water I'm gonna put in there. And this sauce is done over extremely low heat. So you wanna have a water bath ready. So a pot with a little bit of water, and you want the water to be lightly boiling. You just wanna see the steam coming up. And then you put your bowl on top of it, and you do this motion until the egg cooks and thickens. The reason you do it over such a low temperature is because you want to really slowly cook the egg so it doesn't scramble. And you don't get that eggy taste because it never scrambles. And this is the motion. The motion is an 8. It's a figure 8. You just figure 8 over and over and over and over and over and over. All right, and now as you see it's holding its form, that's when you know that the egg is cooked. As the egg cooks, it thickens, and that's how you know your sauce is ready. So now I'm gonna pull off the heat. I'm gonna grab clarified butter that I have melted, and there's a little culinary technique where you make a ring out of a towel, put your bowl in there, and then nobody needs to hold it. So it's almost like creating a new hand. It's like a 3-hand, right? So now you take your butter, and the trick is, the butter can't be too hot, and you slowly drizzle it in so that it emulsifies into the egg and doesn't break. Anytime you're adding a lot of butter into a sauce, if you add too much, it could break, or if you add it too fast, quickly. Also, if the butter is too hot, it'll cook your egg and also make it separate. One trick is if you see it getting super shiny, your sauce, you add a little touch of cold water, it'll bring it back together. So keep an eye out for shininess, and yeah, drizzle it in. And as you see, I can use 2 hands and still have this bowl stationary by using my little towel ring. All right, now I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. And in cooking, anytime you have something that's very fatty, you always want to balance with some type of acid. Lemon is generally used, but right now we're going to use a nice little calamansi vinegar. Just a touch of it. You just want it for a little bit of the acid and a little touch of flavor. Mix, try it. Delicious. All right, time to check on my steak. Ah, perfect. Now don't forget, it's very important to rest your meat. A nice little piece like that, 5 minutes rested, will allow all the juices to redistribute and give you a juicy steak. Now that it's done resting, it's ready to slice. You want to always make sure you're going against the grain and then just sure movements using the whole length of your blade. You got a beautiful slice. Then my hollandaise sauce. Right on top. Then a little watercress for a nice peppery depth. That's it. All right, and now my favorite time to eat. Let's see how I did over here. Do a little bite of pepper crust. Oh yeah. Nice, elegant and simple. I hope you guys enjoy.